Good morning, crafting journey, that journey chick on Instagram. It is hump day. This is the day that my long day. Yes, because I do the morning show, physically go to work, and physical therapy today. Tonight's show, Craft with Me Wednesday. We're gonna color with Shalene. Creativity Room, Shalene's Creativity Room. She'll be our guest. She's a colorist. Yup. Probably do one of the Alice things because Monday was National Coloring Book Day. I just want to show you where I am with the painting. I did this one down here. I still have one symbol left put down here. This is like the table. Where the cupcake and the tea and everything is part of the table. So I just been working around. Look how pretty that shines. These were those small rounds. Unfortunately, Treasure Studios Arts doesn't use the small rounds anymore, nor do they have this artist. This artist is actually jumped over to Diamond Art Club. So you'll be seeing releases from Anthony Christou over on DAC in the future. But meanwhile, I still have some of his paintings to do here. I've got this one. This is the Dormouse, and then I've got the March Hare. I have that one, which is like a companion piece to this. So I don't know when I'll do that one, because the next one I'm going to do is the Van Gogh Alice from Craftably. So I need to get this one done. Yes. Rebecca, get it done. I'm going to put a light on. I'm going to set up my iPad, my new iPad. Isn't it beautiful? You know, one of the things I discovered in YouTube, I'm one of these strange people. I love closed captioning. I don't know why. As a child, I was almost deaf. So I happen to like closed captioning. I mean, I'm not deaf now, but I don't know. I just like closed captioning. Especially in the bedroom, because I have the flat screen TV in the bedroom. So a lot of those flat screens, the sound actually comes out of the back of the TV, and you need a sound bar to make it go forward. I used to have a sound bar. I don't know what I did with it. Anyway, so I use the closed captioning. Yes, I do. Okay, what symbol were we on? This one here. Here we go. If you want to know what tray I'm using, I have a list of trays that I like down in the description. This is Wilson's 3D. Yep. I'm going to use my dental tool with a little, I'm thinking like I'm filling cavities here. Oh my goodness. So, it's Wednesday. So, I had a good day yesterday. I mean, kind of good. It didn't start out very well because, as soon as I'm done with the show, I start, I do the editing, and then I send it to, by the time I send it to render, it's time for work. It's 8:30. So my computer, I turn it on, and I can't connect to the VPN. So of course I call IT, and of course my email is just full of assignments, full letters that I have to do, and a project that I needed to get to, and so couldn't do any of it. But I have internet access because I'm getting my emails. So I call IT, and of course, I think I've told you that they have outsourced the IT to India. So now I get this, hello, I can't do an Indian accent. So right away I'm annoyed. I'm just annoyed. I don't know. So I get this woman. She doesn't have a clue. Not a clue what to do. She She gets onto my computer. She looks around. Now now the morning is passing. Oh, I see you do have internet. Well, yeah, no, oh, sorry. I told you that I had internet. Um, at one point, I yelled at her because she kept talking over me, and I don't like that. I like to be the one to talk over people. I don't want to be talked over. I like to do it. Anyway, she wouldn't let me answer her question. So anyway, long story short, she can't fix it. She's like, I'm going to escalate this. I will put in a ticket to the something something team, and it'll be resolved in the next 24 hours. I'm like, 24 hours? I don't have 24 hours. I got work to do. And she's like, well, I can put a priority on it. I'm like, well, that would be good, you know? She goes, okay, now it'll be resolved within the next 4 hours. Thank you. So, of course, within 15 minutes, I get a call from the local guy. He gets on my computer and fixes it within 2 seconds. Like, do, done. You're done. I'm like, oh my God, this is so ridiculous. Put me down for a no on the Indian outsourcing, okay? Because it ends up with the local guy anyway. So he fixed it, and I was able to get my work done. I look goofy in this hat, don't I? Oh my God. Yes, it's August, and I'm wearing a hat, but I don't care. It matches my dress, my floral dress. Yes. Anyway, what else is going on? Oh, tomorrow there will not be a show tomorrow. I have to get to work for a 7 a.m. meeting, so I am just not going to be able to do it. Then I have to work all day, so there's just not going to be an opportunity for me to do the show tomorrow. I'm so sorry. So sorry. But, yeah, I'm sorry. It happens once in a while. I have to be at a leadership meeting and present a case to the this is the medical staff leadership, and I have to tell them about medical record delinquencies and who I've sent multiple letters to, and they still won't fix their charts, and so I have to be there at 7 o'clock in the morning to do that. Joy. I guess the good news is I get to leave work early, but not really, because I have physical therapy. No, and I don't have physical therapy. I can leave work early. Ooh. Now I could do a later show. I'll just do it later on when I get home. How about that? Because it's not the morning show anymore. It's just the daily show, so I'll do it later on. It'll just be very late in the afternoon when you get the show. Sorry. I guess it's better than no show, right? Anyway, how'd you like Grab Some Nuts Day? Huh? That was so funny. I just took a look at that title and it just struck me. It was funny. Oh, that coffee's so good. I ordered more coffee from the flavored coffee company, and I think this one is just chocolate, but I got like Rainforest Crunch and peanut butter. I love peanut butter. And Highlander Grog is so good. It's like a rum flavor. So good. Okay, what else is going on here? Okay, let's do, what national day is it? It's National Coast Guard Day. Coast Guard Day. I keep forgetting I changed my password. Yep. Coast Guard Day. Coast Guard Day. Do you know anybody that's been in the Coast Guard? don't think. I want to say Amanda, she was in some branch of the military. There's 6 branches of the military. Coast Guard is one of them. Probably one of the more recent branches. What is going on with my iPad here? I've never seen, it's doing something I've never seen before. Oh, it's updating. Oh. Interesting. Like, okay, that's weird. Let's get to it, shall we? All right. I did not know that, in addition to guarding the coasts and things, I just thought they like guarded the coastline, which they do. But at any time, the president can sign an order, and they will have to jump in with the Navy and fight for whatever reason. Yeah. Aviation is a large part of the Coast Guard's security, enforcement, and defense readiness. I did not know that. I thought it was all boats. No, they have aviation as well. So they protect the shores, the waterways, they do search and rescue. They're a large part of the nation's navigation system and marine environmental protection. During Hurricane Katrina, they rescued 33,000 people. Saved over 33,000 lives and rescued an estimated 24,000 lives in peril in severely dangerous conditions, like those people that were on the roofs and stuff like that. Oh my gosh, that was the Coast Guard. Yeah, that was pretty bad. We never want to relive that tragedy again. So how do we honor the Coast Guard? Take a tour of a Coast Guard. Oh my goodness, who's this? Oh, she's asked, it's my friend. She's asking me about the zippered project bags. That's these here. I want to say I've ordered these on Amazon. I'll have to check my Amazon account to see what size they are. Let me check. But let's finish up the Coast Guard. Listen to the Coast Guard band. And watch a movie. There's tons of movies that has a Coast Guard in it. Anyway. All right, let's see. Let me check my Amazon. See what size those are. Let's check them out. Okay. Apparently I have not been to Amazon on this iPad. Okay, wait, which finger did I use? That one. Okay. I hate that finger thing. Now, what is my password? Now we gotta use the finger thing again. It worked the first time! Oh. I put this thing in my cart. It's a blanket that looks like a pizza. I want to get it. What do you think? Should I get it? It's a huge blanket that looks like a pizza. Let me show you. Wait a minute. Look. I don't know if you can see that. Right in the middle. There's a huge blanket. It looks like a pizza. Alright, that's not why I came to Amazon. I should not go to Amazon. Because it makes me want to spend money. Yeah, it does. Alright, let's go to orders. Orders, because I want to tell you guys what size those are. What? Whose account am I in? Okay, those are 16, which ones did I buy? Hold on. 16.9 by 12.4 inches. Yeah. They come in packs of 12. There's 12 colors. It's the UMRIOX mesh zipper pouch. I'll put a link down in the description if you guys are interested in those. And it only costs, let's see how much they cost. It's not expensive. Okay, $19.99. $20, and you're getting 12 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12 of these zippered pouches. And this is what they look like. So multicolored, meaning the zipper is a different color on each of them. But these protect my projects from the cats. So yeah, I really love these project bags. You know, some people buy the fancy ones on Etsy and those cost, you know, $30, $40, $50. Yeah, I'm not so much into that. Anyway, so let me respond to my friend. Yeah, I know, right in the middle of the show, but you know, it's Cheryl. I love Cheryl. Anyway, so, and you guys might have been wondering too. Sometimes I use things, if I'm using something and you don't know what I'm you know, using, like my happy planner where I'm going to write down that it's National Coast Guard Day. Coast Guard Day. The reason I'm doing this is so that next year I can come back here and look and I don't do the same thing twice. I'll pick a different day. Like I could have picked Chocolate Chip Cookie Day, but I think I did that last year. Yes, I've been doing this a year now. Yes. Look, tonight, Coloring with Shelley. I did order a different planner, but it hasn't come in yet. No, it hasn't. Let's do Judge, Jury, and Journey since the enabling part of the show is over. By the way, if you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing. Hit the like button on your way out. Really helps the algorithm. And hit the notification button if you want to know when I have another video posted, which, you know, it's every day. Or when I go live. Yes, she's live. Okay, yesterday. Another very interesting day. Well, for me, anyway. We have the Wells Fargo financial crimes investigator come, and now this guy was old. I said, what has he got to offer? He's retired. He worked for Wells Fargo for like 40 years. Anyway, he investigated and found that during the relevant time frame, the 28th to the 29th of March, several transactions had been attempted on the victim's credit card, on her ATM card. So he pulled the video footage. So now we get to see video footage of this guy walking up to the ATM, two different ATMs, two different video footages, two different cameras on each ATM, so two different angles. And this guy was, well, I'll tell you about that in a sec. Anyway, so we see the video, and someone walks up. You cannot tell who it is. He's all in black. I'm going to say he, because I'm assuming it's probably the defendant. I know, innocent until proven guilty, but you know, hoodie. He's got it, you know, the hoodie closed around his face, and he's got gloves on, and he's covering whatever the opening is for his face. So it's just like a black blob walking up to this ATM. So at the first ATM, he attempted to withdraw money twice. Unsuccessfully, doesn't know her PIN number. Frustrated, he leaves, goes to a different ATM, different part of town, and attempts, and it's the same thing. And you see, you know, he's all black, covering his face, and he attempts to get money out of the victim's account 9 times. So, unsuccessfully. Guess that made his morning. Yeah. So, and then the defense on cross-examination gets up there and says, well, how do you, because the guy had said, oh, here's the part I want to tell you. The guy had said, you know, this is the same guy, you know, and he said the thing that stuck out to me that I really, you know, wanted to point out to everyone is these shoes that he's wearing. they're very unusual. They're like house slippers. He had on those Adidas slip-ons, the ones that they ultimately found in the back of the car. Um, yeah, I mean, he's got this, full, the jacket and the black and socks, and he's got these slippers on. And in both videos, you can clearly see it. So the defense gets up to, how do you know it's the same guy? And he's like, well, he had the same shoes on. I mean, who goes to the ATM in their slippers? Probably a lot of people. Anyway, because they're not really slippers. I found, when I was watching the Derek Chauvin trial, you had all those. There was a lot of witnesses to that trial, and a lot of people had these same slipper type things on. They're just a piece of rubber with a thing over the front of it, and you slip your foot in. I guess they're made by Nike, and people are got socks on, and they're wearing these things. It looks goofy, but it seems to be like a trend or something. Like, I don't know, because I noticed it during that trial. Like, a lot of people were doing that. Anyway, so that's what this guy was doing. Then we get another former girlfriend, someone he dated around about the same time frame, her in 2019, and they were asking about that she dated him for 4 months, and one of the things they asked was, would he allow other people to drive his car? And she said, no, wasn't, not really, no. She said maybe his cousin once, but no, not really. Nobody else drove his car. She described him as being very kind, caring, and a giving person. And she had no concerns for her safety around him. I had to rethink that, honey. Then we get the cell phone analyst on. And he's pulling the Verizon call detail records. And so after a long explanation of how he does this, holy moly, I fast forwarded through that because I've heard it a dozen times. But that poor jury, this guy was really technical. I mean, long story short, you can see that the phone starts out, the defendant's phone, he starts out at his girlfriend's house, and he moves towards the bird dog, which is in the 5 Points area, which is where she was abducted. And the time frame for that was between 1:50 a.m. and 2 a.m., 2:06 a.m. And then at between 2:38 and trying to think. Okay, 2:38. Moving forward, he keeps moving east in an easterly direction, and then at 4:10 a.m. You see his phone where the body was located, and then at 4:15 you see him moving away from that area, and then this cell phone analyst also analyzes the cell phones of the victim, Samantha, and the interesting part of her phone usage was her phone and the defendant's phone were in that bird dog area at the same time. Yeah. Then she and her phone and his phone move together towards where her body is found. Not all the way, but in that direction, and then her phone's, there's no more activity on her phone ever. Yeah, her phone calls stop at 2:14 a.m. So just after she's abducted, no more phone calls. Wow. Then we have the fingerprint analysis person. And she tried to get fingerprints off of the tool that we think, like the Swiss Army knife type tool. Couldn't get any fingerprints off of that. Nothing off the beer cans, the cleaner, the wipes, the spray valve. Um, uh, the top job bleach bottle, couldn't get any prints off of that. The gloves, the rear door handle, couldn't get any prints off of those. Nothing that was of any value. However, the rear window, the footprint that they see on the rear window, she compared that to a footprint that they took of the victim at autopsy, and it was clearly her footprint. Samantha's footprint was on the rear window of his vehicle. There was a roll of pink duct tape that was taken out of the home of his girlfriend. His fingerprints were on that, on the inside, like the cardboard part of the inside of the duct tape, which is interesting because pink duct tape was on that list that he made on the envelope. They tested the front of the envelope. His fingerprint was on that. There was oh, okay, so that was the last of the fingerprint. Then we get the serology person. And what she does is she tests everything to see if there's blood on it. So she found blood on the tool, the Swiss Army knife tool. So she forwarded that to the DNA analyst. The black gloves that they found in the home, presumptive positive for blood, sent that off. The pillowcase, the towels, black jacket, black socks, the gray Puma hoodie, the bandana, the rear driver's side seat, the rear center console, the seat belts, the passenger headrest, the passenger seat, all that positive for blood. Sent it to the DNA analyst. And the list continues. No. So the next is the DNA analyst, and I did not finish that, so I'm not going to start it here. I'll start it tomorrow afternoon when I do the afternoon crafting and crime. But interesting stuff. Interesting stuff. I don't see, even if he says I wasn't driving, you've got all of this evidence found in your girlfriend's home, in her trash, in her laundry basket, on her bed. Honey, you're going down. You're going down fast. Those poor defense attorneys must be thinking, I don't know how to save this. How do I save this? I don't know. There's not much you can do. It's pretty damning evidence, that's for sure. Okay, let's do this day in history. Okay, so this is kind of a special day in history. What is that noise? Tootsie is snoring behind me. I don't know where the cats are. They've been trying to break into my sister's room. So has the dog. I've got a cramp in my hip. Ooh, ow, 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 ow. Anyway, they know how to break into that room because that used to be their room, so they know how to get into it. And so they've been trying to break into the room. I think they all want to lay down with her. Mommy got up too early. We want to go back to bed. Yeah. Clearly, because he's back here snoring. Apparently, he's getting along with my sister's dog so well. They playing in the backyard. They're really getting along very, very well. Okay, let's get off of Amazon before my finger hits the buy button on the pizza blanket. Should I get the pizza blanket? I think that would be awesome to have at the retreat. I know it's tough to talk about blankets in August, but I think it would be fun to have before they're sold out. Anyway, I digress. You're wondering, what is this day in history? Tell us. What is it? My granddaughter was born 14 years ago. I don't know what year. I don't do math. She'll be 14 today. Malia. You guys know Malia? If you watch the opening of my show, towards the latter part of the opening, you'll see scrolling, and it's it's a coloring page that she did. Well, it's not a coloring, but it's just artwork that she did, and it says that journey, super awesome chick, and it has the yellow flowers. She did that a couple of years ago for me. I still have it back there on my bulletin board, and my sister thought it was like a cross stitch. I'm like, no, Malia drew that for me. And so she's in the phase now where grandma's not so cool. It's not so cool to be around grandma. Yeah, we've reached that pinnacle of youth. And there goes my phone again. Oh, the cable company's coming today. My TV's been messed up for a while and I just haven't cared enough to fix it, but my sister wants to watch TV. So they're coming today to work on the cable. Something's wrong with the wiring. So happy birthday, Malia! Yay! You're 14. Anyway, she starts school a week from today, on the 11th. I don't know why she's starting school on Wednesday. It seems odd, but she's going into the 9th grade. Yep, 9th grade. Oh my gosh. Yes, 9th grade. You know, high school. I'm so excited for her. So we're all going out to dinner. She wants to go to this restaurant called Hoo Ha, whatever. And it's really cool. Like there's like this. It's Mongolian, I think. Anyway, you go and you get. I've only been there once, so I'm trying to remember, but there's like this big round grill, like this huge round grill, and there's these 3 or 4 chefs that are standing around the round grill. But before you get there, you pick all the ingredients that you want, and the sauce that you want, and then you take it to the grill, and they make it for you. They cook it for you. It's delicious, and you get to watch them cooking it, and then they hand it to you. You take it to your seat. It's pretty cool. But that's where she wants to go. We're all going Friday. Even my sister. We're all going to celebrate Malia's birthday. But also on this day in history, Anne Frank, who wrote the diary of Anne Frank, was captured. Now, her and her family and her father's co-workers' family, there was like 8 people. They were living. He owned this business and he had built this shelter behind this hidden bookcase. So you'd have to know that there was something behind this bookcase, which I always thought was cool. These bookcases that where you open it up and there's a room. Anyway, so he built this shelter behind this bookcase. So when the Nazis came, and because they were Jewish, they hid in this shelter for 2 years. And Anne wrote her diary during that period of time. And people would help them. They'd bring them food and clothing and whatever they needed. They wouldn't flush the toilet during the day because they didn't want to be detected. So they lived there for 2 years. But at some point, somebody betrays them. They've never figured out who it was, and it might not have been anybody at all. They surmise that maybe even it was just a random check in this place. The Nazis came to check for food vouchers or something like that. In any case, they are betrayed. They're found. They get sent to camps. Anne and her sister die of typhus. The only one that survives is the father. Anne leaves her diary behind when she's captured. Her father, Otto, at some later point, goes back to the business, and a woman there had collected her diary, and she gives it to him. And he has it published, and it's been published in multiple countries, multiple languages. But recently in 1995 they updated it and they put more, because there was more to her diary than was originally published. So they translated it again and it made it like 1/3 longer. So if you haven't read the diary of Anne Frank since 1995. Go back and read it again because you missed some. Anyway, this is the day she was captured. Oh, so sad. But the happy note is it's Malia's birthday. Yes. I thought I might finish this section before the end of the show, but not quite. Not quite. That's okay. Tonight, don't forget, Craft With Me Wednesday, 6 p.m. Central. I will be live with Shalene's Creativity Room. We're going to color. Yes, I'm going to get my, I was going to say crayons. I'm going to get my pencils out and we're going to color. I might do better if I had crayons, wouldn't I? I don't know. I'm not the great, I'm okay, but I'm not great. There are certainly people out there that are much better at it than I am, including Shalene. So we'll have her on. We'll do a little chit chat. It's only an hour, yeah. And then following me is the Crafty Heifer. You never know what she's up to. Although, yeah, no, she'll be live tonight. Yep. And Tia's Crazy Craft Addictions, she's live tonight too, 9:30 Central. You don't want to miss her. She's a hoot. And she always says Mama on. I love her Mama. Yeah. So Wednesday is a very busy night. So guys, have a great day. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. And I'll see you tonight. Take care.